Amidst New York's Hudson Valley lies the 120 acres of June Farms, and now it's being spotlighted in a brand new way on Prime Video, featuring Matt Baumgartner and his staff as they pull off one-of-a-kind special events for guests. Matt joins me now to unpack it all. Hi, Matt. How are you?
Hi, Blake. Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, you as well. So, Matt, why don't we just start with this? Give me the backstory on June Farms and kind of how long you've been running it.
So, good question. I bought the land about 10 years ago, and I had restaurants at the time and was going to raise beef and pork for the restaurants that I had. Got pigs, got cows, and then eventually realized within like a year that I was not comfortable kind of harvesting them anymore. So the farm then turned into a place that people just come visit the farm and meet all of the animals. So we become somewhat of a sanctuary in that sense, where there's like pigs, cows, chickens, ducks, a bunch of different farm animals, and people get a bite to eat, they grab a drink, and they walk around and see all of the farm. There's 120 acres. And then we just started doing weddings about probably 5-6 years ago, and that has become a huge part of our experiences at the farm that we offer.
Yeah, I know you've been an entrepreneur in kind of many different avenues, but why'd you want to open up kind of the wedding side of the business, and maybe why at the time, 5 years ago?
So it came pretty clear to me early on that running a farm, as I'm sure any farmer would know, is expensive. It's just with taxes, and feed is expensive, and utilities are expensive, and just the maintenance is so much money. We needed to figure out a way to make more money at that farm, otherwise I was worried I was going to lose it. So that really was why we started doing weddings.
So tell us what we can expect from these episodes of this brand new show, June Farms.
So I think what makes this Prime Video series different than other wedding shows is that a lot of times the wedding shows that are currently on are from the perspective of the brides and the grooms, the Bridezilla shows and whatnot. I think this Prime Video series does a really great job of showing the behind the scenes from the wedding venue and how difficult it is to execute these weddings while dealing with the different personalities of the brides and grooms. And also just working there and trying to wrangle all of these young kids who are, needing to work on their A game while delivering these weddings, while working for somebody as, sometimes as difficult as I can be.
Well, speaking of that, I know that your team means a lot to you. So give us a little bit more insight into kind of your staff and your relationship with them.
Yeah, so they really are, you become like a family with the people that you work with so often. And I think because of the nature of the job, where there's so many challenges and there's so much, butting heads, that you have no choice ultimately but to really bond with somebody through those experiences. It's wonderful. I mean, the only downside I would say of the farm is that because it can be so seasonal, a lot of people end up moving on to other jobs, which is sad, but it also gives me an opportunity to bring in new people to the farm that always keep it interesting.
Yeah, I love that. And providing new opportunity for young people, right? So I think that's really important.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, why did the timing of maybe now or 2025 make sense for you to share your property and services with the world on TV?
I don't know. It just feels like everything happens when it's meant to be. And I think if it had not happened, I think now is a good time for it to air because we're set with our cabins. We've done enough weddings that we know how to execute them really properly. The farm is in really beautiful shape. I think if you had done this maybe 5 years ago, it would have been a lot sloppier of a TV show. But I think they do a really great job of showing like really the professional level you have to keep weddings at to deliver to each wedding guest.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense, and I'm excited to see how this plays out. Now, I'm curious from your perspective, is there a specific event or experience that kind of sticks out to you because of maybe how crazy it was or surprising or amazing, kind of however you want to take that on?
On the show?
Yeah.
There was a wedding that the bride showed up on a horse. She brought her own horse to the farm. We have horses that we have, but she brought her own horse. And it just was one of the most magical moments. I remember watching it and just being in awe by the beauty of the experience. She's a gorgeous bride. The horse is gorgeous. It all just felt like this is magical. And you'll see it on the show. I mean, it's out of this world.
Yeah, I think that's a great teaser to get people excited to tune in. So June Farms comes to Prime Video on November 17th with all episodes available to stream. Thanks, Matt.